Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
Hello and welcome to the show. It's Friday. It's April 18th. It's almost the weekend, folks. We're back and talking minor league baseball again. It's the Minor League Show, your only source for our daily minor league recaps and coverage here at the Dynasty Dugout. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube. I would love to continue to grow this platform, or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Pretty soon, this will be the only way to hear me via podcast or video. So subscribe and be sure you know what's going on throughout the minor league landscape. First, as you know, the show is brought to you by Connect Roasters. That's Ian Happ's coffee company. The best coffee in the game, and the smoothest blend, just like Ian Happ's glove. A great blend of coffee, the Gold Glove blend. You can get buy one, get one 50% off at connectroasters.com using the code DynastyDugout. We're also proud to be partnered with Chinook Seedery. I just had my sampler box come in. You can get some seeds 10% off using the code DynastyDugout at chinookseedery.com. We got the Smokehouse Barbecue. We got the dill pickle, which I love. Bobby Witt's lemon pepper. They're fantastic. The jalapeno ranch. I actually haven't tried these, but I've heard these are like the best seeds there are. I've got some cinnamon toast, and I've got some Parmesan and pepper. Good as well. Listen, if you're around a minor league ballpark, if you're around the Carolinas League or the South Atlantic League, hit me up. I'll have some seeds in my bag, and I'll give you a sample. I'd love for you to try them. Best seeds in the game. Go to chinookseedery.com, 10% off your order using the code DynastyDugout. All right, it's time. Let's dive in. Here's my starting point. Is it time for Roman Anthony to make his Major League debut? I believe so. It's Roman Anthony time. Yesterday, he hit 2 home runs, blasted. He DH'd. Okay. Sore shoulder on the throwing arm. They DH'd in both games of the doubleheader, and guess what? He looked more than fine. He blasted 2 home runs yesterday. First inning shot leaving at 108. The third inning shot leaving at 106.7. He ended the day with 4 batted balls north of 102 miles an hour. Is Roman Anthony ready? Yes, Roman Anthony is ready. He's seen the cover off the ball. He has a 102 mile an hour average EV on balls hit in the air, a 9th percentile, an elite 109.7 miles an hour. Sure, you can look and say it's a sub 70% contact rate. I don't care. It's an 86% end zone contact rate. He's chasing it at a 16% clip. Everything is what you want from Roman Anthony. He is legit. You don't need me to go into detail. But for some reason, people on Twitter yesterday were going off about his defense and saying that he didn't have defensive skills. I'm pretty convinced that these people haven't watched Roman Anthony play baseball, just my opinion. Even fantasy analysts out here talking about his defense being bad. Sorry, clearly you haven't seen him. I said on Roman Anthony about 40 games in the minors. He played center field, and he played a standout center field defense. The range is good. The jumps are good. The speed is good. The glove is good. His arm is probably his weakest aspect, and it's like an average arm. If you have an average arm, that's your weakest of your tools, then you're pretty dang good. That's why Roman Anthony is a 5-tool player. That's why he's the number 1 prospect in baseball. He's going to be up probably in May. The Red Sox aren't going to force the issue right now, especially with him not 100%, but he's still hitting despite not being 100%. Roman Anthony's a superstar, guys. He's really, really good. He has power. He's got one of the better plate approaches in the minors. He's got contact skills. He's got the glove. Yes, he does. He's not going to DH or play first base in the majors. He's an outfielder. He's really, really good. He wouldn't be the number 1 prospect if he was not that good. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise on Twitter. Daniel Eagen. He's the pitcher lead of the day. Daniel Eagen was dominant. He struck out 12 batters across 6 scoreless with no walks and 3 hits allowed. He was shelled in his first start of 2025. He allowed 4 earned runs across 3 innings. He took it personally. He was good his last time out, and then he was even better on Thursday. He had 21 whiffs on 12 strikeouts. His curveball was nasty. It's always been. It's a plus curveball for sure, but Eagen struck out 7 of the 12 batters on that curveball. It's a downer 12-6 curveball. It's like negative 13 inches of IVB with a little bit of horizontal as well. It's at around 80 miles an hour. Really good offering. The whiff rate on the pitch was astronomical in the start. Fastball's unique. It's interesting. Like, it's not the most velo that you'll see, but the fastball worked 92 to 94. He's getting 20 inches of vert, but it's a high release height. So it's like 6'6". It's like a way up here release height, which the higher the release height, the higher the IVB naturally is. So like your average release height's like 5'9", and with that, the average IVB is like 16-ish inches. So when you get higher up the scale, it's higher IVB. So 20 inches of IVB is not like outlier, but it's a unique look for hitters. So that's something of note. Eagen's facing like not as great hitters in high A. So I think his unique look makes it tough for hitters to pick up. I think he's going to dominate in high A as long as he's there. He was picked out of the fourth round last year, if I'm not mistaken, out of Presbyterian College here in South Carolina, right local to me. I've seen him pitch before. He's a fun arm, and he looks the part. He throws a slider. It's more of a gyro slider in the mid-80s. Eagen relies heavily on the curveball and fastball. He really needs to further develop the changeup. He sprinkled in a couple yesterday in the start, but we need to see more changeups from Daniel Eagen. I think the curveball's plus. I think the fastball's a unique look. He's good. There's no doubt about that. But how's he going to fare against better competition as he moves up levels? That's still to be determined. But great start from Daniel Eagen. He gets the pitcher lead of the day. We certainly have some others to talk about today as well when we're looking at the standouts of the day. We've got to hit on some of the top pitchers, and there were plenty of them. I think the hitter performance outshined the pitcher performance for the day yesterday. And let's start off the top, outside of Daniel Eagen, with Griffin Herring, a lefty in the New York Yankees organization. He shoved in his 3 pro starts, 6th-round pick last year out of LSU. Struck out 7 in his first start. He struck out 9 last night across 6 innings. He did walk 4 batters, but he landed 61% of his pitches for strikes, which is notable. He was a 2-pitch guy at LSU. He's further refined the changeup and throwing it more this year, which I think is notable. He threw it 8 times last night. Savant misclassifies for minor, so don't judge based on that. If you're looking at Baseball Savant, it's not going to be accurate. It is what it is because they don't really know how to classify the minor league pitches. But he'd throw 8 changeups, 85 miles an hour, inconsistent depth, 10 inches of fade. Fastball worked anywhere from 88 to 93, which is interesting. It's good carry. It's 7 feet of extension from a 6-foot release height. And Herring's slider, 81 to 84 miles an hour, has good depth, 11 inches of sweeping action on the pitch. Let's be honest. Griffin Herring pitched at LSU. There's no reason he should be pitching in single A right now. He needs to refine the command, and he also needs to bump up to Hudson Valley. Just is what it is. Jarlin Susana of the Washington Nationals. He just turned 21 years old. He's in Double-A. He's one of the youngest pitchers in Double-A. He dominated. Yes, he walked 3 batters. He allowed 2 earns across 4 and a 2/3 innings, but struck out 10 batters and had 18 whiffs on the start. He's got a 37.7% strikeout rate in the early going through 3 starts. He's electric. He is the easiest 100-mile-an-hour fastball you will ever see. Like, less effort than any pitcher I've watched to throw 100. When I had him last year in starts live, he averaged over 100. He was touching 102 in 5th innings. It's insane. He's 6'6". He's a really strong frame. Yes, the strike throwing can be inconsistent at times, but I mean, we saw that trend up last year. It looked good. The fastball, 100 miles an hour, touches 103. Changeup, 90 to 93 mph, really good. It's firm, but it gets whiffs, and the slider in the 88 to 92 mile an hour range. Throws as often as his fastball, which is really good. So Jarlin Susana is legit. He can play. Michael Forret of the Baltimore Orioles. He's continued to shove as well. Looks like one of the best arms in the Orioles system. He allowed his first run of the year last night, but he struck out 9 batters across 5 innings. He didn't allow a hit. How do you allow an earned run without allowing a hit? Well, he hit Chris Suero in the 2nd inning of the game, proceeded to steal 2nd and 3rd base on pitches in the dirt. Then he hit Estrelin Mercado by a pitch, and DeAndre Smith had a sac fly. No hits, 1 earned. That's how it happened. Fort's fastball sits in the mid-90s. He's up to 97. It's legit traits on it. He really cleaned up his mechanics last year, refined the breaking ball, throwing a gyro slider, a sweeper, and a changeup. That kick change is really, really good. The results kind of backed the fastball increase last year, and they've held to this year as well. Sweeper sits in the low 80s. A lot of horizontal, and he throws a gyro slider in the mid-80s as well. That kick changeups gets to the 86 to 89 mile an hour range. Through 3 starts, he only has a 14% swinging strike rate, but it's a 30% CSW and a 64% strike rate. Those are all positive signs for Michael Forret. He looks really good. The Orioles are cooking something there with Forret, who just turned 21, by the way. He was 19 to start last year, then 20 the entire year, just turned 21 early April. AJ Blubaugh dominated for the Astros again. He's been very good for his first four starts of 2025, and it continued against a good Reno lineup in which he struck out Nick Kurtz and Colby Thomas. He generated 13 whiffs on the start as he struck out 7 batters across 5 innings. He walked 2, and he allowed 4 hits on the start. He mixes really well. Blubaugh is four-seam dominant, had 8 of his 13 whiffs last night. His good trait, sitting 94.5, touching 97, 17 inches of vert from a 6'1" release height. So it's like average, maybe a little bit below average IVB from the release height, but you have a 40% whiff rate on the fastball. It's been dominating all year from a whiff rate perspective. The changeup's shown a little bit of increased velocity this year with the fastball. It's working 85 to 87. 20 inches of arm side fade on that pitch, which is nuts. The sweeper has depth and registered 21 inches of horizontal last night to the glove side. 40 inches of separation horizontally between those. That's a really good mix. Blue ball slider, mid-80s, he'll mix in, good carry, short horizontal, resembles a cutter. I called it a slutter. It is what it is. The arsenal, really, really good. He throws a curveball, good depth and two-plane movement on it. Blue ball should be in the majors pretty soon. Like, he's proved a lot in AAA. He's 24 years old. I wouldn't be shocked if he's making starts for the Astros pretty soon. A couple of athletics arms before we move to the hitters. Wei-En Lin, lefty, 19 years old in the athletic system. Who is this? Last week we talked about Su-Chin Shah, a righty, but who is this guy? Wei-En Lin, 19-year-old pitching prospect in the athletic system, signed out of Taiwan last year. Lefty, looks really, really good. 3 starts in his pro career, it's been dominant. He struck out 24% of batters and he struck out 24 batters, not 24% of batters. 24 batters total, and he has not issued a walk in 12 innings of work this year. Last night, it was 4 perfect innings and 9 strikeouts. Fastball sits in the low 90s. It works 90 to 93, but it's a two-plane breaking ball in the mid to upper 70s. Changeup's not used often, but he really does have some good depth and fade on that pitch when he throws it and executes it well. Strike throwing's good. It's a 69% strike rate, 40% CSW, 22% swinging strike rate on the year. If the fastball ticks up for Lin, who is 19, watch out. That's a fun arm. And Luis Morales, who's an electric arm on the flip side, a righty, 22 years old now in the athletic system. He walked 4 batters across 3 1/3 last time out. He returned to the mound, and he went 6 innings for only the second time of his pro career, and he struck out 8 and did not issue a walk. That's pretty notable. He sits 97. He touches triple digits at times. Fastball's got good characteristics to it. Curveball's in the low to mid 80s. Strong depth and sweeping action. Plus pitch for sure. Changeup has nice fade and promise. Inconsistent at times, but upper 80s offering plays well. Luis Morales might be a top 100 prospect. He's a really good arm. He's got to show more consistency, but he's 22 in AA. And honestly, he hasn't been pitching that long. You look, and when they signed him, I got to look exactly when the A signed him. It was 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And he's been aggressively signed. He actually signed in January 2023. So we're only looking at 2 full pro seasons from him. He, in 2023, pitched at the Complex, DSL, and Single A. Last year, aggressively assigned to High A, which he actually did reach in 2023. So they pushed him 4 levels in 2023. And this year in AA, it's still pretty aggressive despite the age. So Luis Morales has a lot to like. Let's take a break, and we'll talk about the hitters that stood out. All right, let's get into the hitters of the day that stood out. We mentioned Roman Anthony, 2 home runs, but several other 2 home run performances as well, starting with Spencer Jones, New York Yankees. First home run left the bat at 113.5 miles an hour. Yes, you heard that correct. And his second was 112. He had a single at 111, 3 batted balls over 111. That's nuts. This past weekend, when he had the 2 home run game, exit velocities of 110 and 105.5. No shock, Spencer Jones hits the ball incredibly hard. He runs well. He plays a strong center field defense. There's just one fatal flaw in Spencer Jones' game, and that's contact ability. He has lowered the strikeout rate this week down to 32.7%, but the contact rates are pretty abysmal. If it clicks, it's clicking real hard for Spencer Jones. Might be a star in the making if Jones can just strike out below 30%. He returned to AA after spending all year there last year. We need to see him in AAA, if we're honest. And the gap in AA, he's facing some decent pitching. So I just want to see improvements from Jones with contact. We haven't seen that yet, but Spencer Jones can mash. Another 2-home run day. Cole Mathis of the Chicago Cubs. Second rounder last year out of college at Charleston. He's still 21 years old. They put him in single A, which is interesting. He probably too advanced despite playing in a mid-major like college at Charleston last year, but Mathis can swing it. He put up some really good underlying data last year at COC. He's got off to a semi-slow start, but he's picked things up this week. Wednesday's first game of the series, he set out on Tuesday, but played Wednesday. He had 2 doubles. They were at 105 and 107 miles an hour. And then yesterday, home runs at 105 and 102 miles an hour. So he's swinging it well now. I think that's notable. 2 home run, 5 RBI on the day. Cole Mathis, Chicago Cubs, name to watch out for. Talk about big power. What about Alfonsin Rosario? He's a 20-year-old prospect in the Guardian system in High A, drafted by the Cubs. They draft exceptionally well. And they draft exceptionally well in the Carolinas. Their scouts down here, kudos to them because they draft North Carolina and South Carolina super well. Alfonsin Rosario was drafted by the Cubs out of P27 Academy in Lexington, South Carolina. Big juice, big athleticism, good speed, questionable contact. He's traded to the Guardians this offseason, and he's pretty good. He hit a ball 113 miles an hour yesterday for a home run. That is scorched, by the way. Highly athletic, 6'1" frame, big power stroke, hit tool, big question mark, though. The early returns, not bad. 71% contact rate, considering last year was 62% in low A. That might be pretty notable. He hit 16 homers last year in 109 games with 38 extra base hits. He stole 20 bases as well, not 30, 20. He was called 5 times. There's power, there's speed. It's a fun profile to dream on. If the contact rate sits at 71% all year, I think Alfonsin Rosario is going to soar up prospect rankings. So know that name. Rosman Verdugo, the San Diego Padres. He's a third baseman, shortstop as well, but playing third base because Leo DeVries, 20 years old with the Padres in High A. He actually went to High A last year, and he played third base because Leo DeVries played some short. So it's interesting profile. Verdugo's fascinating. He is one that he has some tools, and we saw it yesterday. He hit 2 home runs yesterday, and he had another on Wednesday, so 3 home runs in the last 2 days. I mean, some good poolside pop. It's an interesting profile. It was the first time he had a multi-homer game since May of 2024. There's interesting contact skills. I would say Rosman Verdugo is probably a watch list type. And to round out the show, we've had some power, but what about some speed? Asbel Gonzalez, the Kansas City Royals. He's 19 in single A. I've had him in Columbia. He can fly. He's up to 17 stolen bases in 12 games this year. It's a projectable 6'2" frame at 19 years old. He just turned 19, by the way. Probably fills out the frame and adds power. He's had 20 hits and 20 singles. Contact rates look really good for Asbel Gonzalez. The speed's really good, and he's a good defender in center field, by the way. Well-rounded profile, 0 power to speak of, but if he fills out, could be fascinating. Asbel Gonzalez, I want to confirm, I think he's the stolen base leader in minor league baseball right now. I'd be surprised if he was not. Actually, he was tied for it over the weekend. Yep, 17 stolen bases is the lead, and that includes AAA, which played an extra week. He has a 14 stolen base, or he has a 3 stolen base lead over Jacob Marcy, who has 14 stolen bases. He's played 5 less games, too. Asbel's running wild. Yeah, he looks legit. It's just a wait and see on the projection. I don't know if he adds power or not. If he adds some weight, adds some strength, then look out. Asbel Gonzalez of the Kansas City Royals. It's going to do it, folks. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate you hanging out, and I hope you have a good day. We will see you back tomorrow.